Yeah, I'm recovering. It was a very, very long, busy day yesterday. So today's going to be a bit more of a relaxed affair, although I've got to start with a run. Right, and after I've had my run, I'm thinking what I'm practically going to do is wash my car. Tomorrow, I don't want it to be dirty. I'll let you guys wait until tomorrow to find out why. Oh my goodness, that was really, really hard work. You know those days when you're just not feeling like exercise? Also, I don't think I've got time to actually wash the car before I go get Jasper. And yeah, crack on. And then I wanted to talk about kind of a meritocracy. I don't know if that's quite the right phrase, but basically things which are ordered based on merit, relatively purely. So for example, that's one of the things I absolutely love about YouTube. It is very much a meritocracy. If you create great content, then over time it will, although you might have to create quite a lot of content consistently over a long period of time, but it can be done. And that's what I love about it. Yeah, so it turned up. It's a bit of a bigger box than I was expecting. Speaking of producing the best YouTube videos you possibly can, hopefully this might help. Whenever I see people on YouTube, they always seem to have one of these. Amazon and their packaging. Why can't they just send me this box? Why do they have to send me this one too? I think they have a real problem with trees, do old Amazon. Okay. Ooh. I like that. Oh wow, look at this. Awesome. Oops. Oops. Oh, a little ball head, we won't be needing that. And a little phone holder that actually I might find useful. I already have something like this, but I do worry that it's not the most secure way to hold one's phone. Wow, that's pretty secure. Oh, and my car's software has just been updated according to my phone. Let's have a look at this. How does this attach to anything? Right. Getting this thing sorted and usable is going to take a minute, so I'll see you in a sec. Yeah, I'm going to fix the ring light mounting problem after I've got Jasper because it's that time of the day already. Oops, somebody forgot to preheat the car, which is annoying because it's very cold. Yeah, I'm really starting to feel like I'm waking up, which is fantastic. It's just a bit annoying that it's halfway through the afternoon, but anyway, I guess I needed my rest. So, meritocracy. I wasn't actually 100% sure what the definition was, so I looked it up. And it's basically government or people that are selected based on merit, which is pretty much my understanding. Now, I think the term can be applied a bit more generally than just people or governments. I think you can also select technologies, which is kind of where I'm going with this. Capitalism should be a meritocracy. At least that's the sort of free market principle behind it, because it's kind of operating on evolutionary principles. That's probably the best way to put it. The problem with capitalism as a meritocracy is that it isn't pure free market. And this is something that Elon Musk has mentioned quite a few times. You have unpriced externalities built into things like what car you drive. In other words, you drive a car, it pollutes, you don't pay anything for clearing up that pollution in 50 years, 100 years time. You just pay for what's going on right now, which isn't really fair because it means that petrol or diesel is comparatively cheaper than a technology that might not necessarily create the same pollution down the line, like an electric vehicle charged from renewable energy. Or we could look at actually renewable energy. Now, in the UK, we are quite lucky in that we have a system of buying power that enables me to get my energy from a number of different suppliers, and some of those suppliers commit to 100% renewable energy. And what that means is that if I use 20 kilowatt hours in a day the energy supplier that I pay must have, generate, find, buy in, whatever, 20 kilowatt hours of renewable generated energy. And I think that's great, because it means that my money, one way or the other, goes to fund at least 20 kilowatt hours of renewable energy generation. It doesn't mean that when I throw the switch on my plug or I charge my car that the power isn't grid mix power. Of course it is grid mix power, but my energy usage must be matched by generation of renewable energy to the same level. That's brilliant. In the US it doesn't seem to work that way. You seem to be tied to whoever the supplier is for the local area, which is ironic because America is supposed to be all, you know, free market capitalism, yay! At the same time, there are certain industries which seem to be notably absent of any genuine competition. I mean, you wouldn't buy a house based on who the energy supplier was in that area, I don't think. So, therefore, you have no choice over energy supplier. In other words, it's a monopoly. I don't like monopolies. I like meritocracies. I think that's what drives forward things like SpaceX, for example. They plough all their money and time and inventiveness into reusable rockets, and if it comes off, it will transform the way space works. Whereas if you had a government agency, all it would take is somebody at the top to go, no, don't think we can do that. I think that's going to be too hard and probably won't work, so we won't take that chance. And that whole evolutionary branch of reusable rockets never occurs. So there you go. Meritocracies. Awesome. Now I'm going to grab Jasper and I'll see you at home. Right, I gotta get cracking, get this mucky car clean. Jump out, monkey. Bingo. Light stand. Used to be my dad's. And to think, I almost went to Amazon and bought one of these. Right, time to get this car washed. One small problem, it is so cold. There was actually ice on this towel. Look, they'll warm up with a nice cup of tea or coffee or something, I think. Despite all the moaning about how unbelievably cold it is, and when I say cold, I mean check the top of the... I can't even dry the top of the roof of the car because it's got ice on it already. Instant freezing. Right, okay. Nasty stone chip. Ah, actually, there's one more thing I want to do, and then I'll show you the that ring light. Just quickly, I'm going to put these slightly larger riser pads here, and then just try and loosen up these trucks a little bit, so that hopefully this board will go round corners slightly easier. Okay, just finished that, and what I've done is I have put, you see that? It's an angled riser pad. Yeah, so hopefully now wheel bite is a thing of the past, and I've loosened up the truck, so hopefully I can go around corners too. Well, it's a lot better than it was anyway. I made it! Cool. Do like that board. Now, let's go check out my ring light. So this is the light stand that came from my dad. Thanks, Dad. This light doesn't have a battery, so it is a plug it in job. Oops. Let's pop that in there. An on dial. And I can even change the colour. And the camera goes there. This is how I am aiming to make myself look as beautiful as I possibly can. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you have, remember to hit the like button, and if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button down there, and I will see you tomorrow when you'll find out why I wanted a clean car. Bye. And I'll see you tomorrow when you'll find out why I was so clean. Goodbye for the day. I hope why I was so keen. just can't say it. When you'll find out why I was so keen to get my car clean. What do I say next?